Good morning, students. Myself, Mrs. Karuna Devi from JDC Bitco English Medium High School, welcomes you in the e-learning program of Gokula Education Society for the year 2020-21. Students, I am here for the 8th Standard Mathematics of State Board for English Medium students. Students, in our last lecture, we have already started our unit number 12, that was equation in one variable. In that, we have finished our practice set number 12.1. Today we are going to start our next practice set, that is 12.2. Students, let's start the practice set number 12.2, which is given on the page number 79 and 80. Here from this practice set, the question word problems are given which are based on the equations. Among these 10 word problems, these last 4 word problems are deducted from the syllabus due to the COVID-19, as I have explained in our first term video. So let's solve the upper sums, and if you want you can solve these sums for your practice in your rough notebook. So let's start it with the question number 1. Here our first question is, mother is 25 years older than her son. Find son's age if after 8 years ratio of son's age to mother's age will be 4/9. Let's see how to solve it. So students, here at first, before writing the actual answer, we have to assume the first of all son's present age. And then with the help of ratio and that son's age, we can able to prepare the equations. After solving that equation, we will get the age of mother and son. So let's assume the son's age at first. So let's the son's present age be x years. So this x year we are going to assume at first. And as we know that mother is 25 years older than the son. Therefore, mother's present age is 25 plus x years. Got it, students? Son's age is x years and mother is of 25 years older than the son. Therefore, 25 plus x, or even we can write x plus 25 also. Okay, students? Now, the story after 8 years. Son's age will be x plus 8. X is the original age which we have assumed, plus 8, because after 8 say we are calculating. In the same way, mother's age will be the original age x plus 25, and after 8 years it means we have to add 8 more. Therefore, x plus 33 years is the present age of the mother. Now students, on the basis of this information, we have to create the equation at first. For that we know the ratio, which is 4:9. Son's age upon mother's age is equal to 4/9. Now students, let's put this value of son's and mother's age into this formula. So the son's age after 8 years, that will be x plus 8 upon mother's age after 8 years, that will be x plus 33, is equal to 4/9. This ratio will be as it is. Now students, here in this stage, after this stage, we have to do the cross multiplication. So what is mean that cross multiplication? It means this first fraction's numerator is going to multiply to the second fraction's denominator, and this one is going to multiply to this numerator. So like that way we have to do the cross multiplication. So this 9 into bracket x plus 8, the symbol of is equal to and 4 into bracket x plus 33. Therefore, let's solve the bracket. 9 into x, 9x plus 9 into 8, 9 8s are 72 is equal to 4 into x, 4x plus 4 into 33. The answer will be 132. Now students, here we are going to use the method of operations, that we have to send the smaller number towards the bigger number. Here students, this 9x is bigger on this left hand side and this right hand side is having 4x. So we can send this 4x to the opposite side. Now here it is having addition symbol, so while send it to the opposite side, it will become negative. Therefore, 9x minus 4x. This plus 4x will become minus 4x. Symbol of is equal to, as it is, the 132 will be here, and this 72 is smaller than 132. That's why we are going to send it to the opposite side. Here this 72 is having plus symbol, so while going to the opposite side, it will become negative 72. Got it students, what I have done here? Yes, I have sent this 4x to this near to the 9x, and this 72 which is going to minus from the 132. Let's solve this. Therefore, 9x minus 4x, the answer will be 5x is equal to 132 minus 72, answer will be 60. As this 5 is multiplying to the x, so it will goes to the opposite side and it will be divided. Therefore, x is equal to 60 upon 5. Therefore, the answer will be 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, 1 will remain, number will become 10, 5 twos are 10. Therefore, x is equal to 12. Now students, we have to write this value of x into the proper wording format. Therefore, the son's present age is 12 years. If you want, you can take out the screenshot and write it systematically in your classwork notebook. Now students, let's start the question number 3. The ratio of weights of copper and zinc in bronze is 13:7. Find the weight of the zinc in a bronze utensil weighing 700 grams. Now students, here we have the ratio of the weight of copper and zinc in a bronze utensil, where we have to find out the weight of zinc only in the bronze utensils, which the weight of the utensil is 700 grams. So let's find it. Students, here we have to write first of all the ratio of copper and zinc, that is the ratio of the weight of copper and zinc in bronze is 13:7. That we have to write at first. After that, according to the ratio, we have to assume its weight, that is, let the weight of copper be is 13x gram, G for gram, 13x because in the starting we are having the figure of coppers in the ratio, that is 13. Then the weight of the zinc is 7x gram. After that, from the given condition, we can know that the total weight of utensil is 700 gram. It means that the weight of copper and zinc's addition will be 700 gram. So 13x plus 7x is equal to 700 gram. Then 13 plus 7 will be 20x is equal to 700. Now this 20 is multiplying to the x. While sending it to the opposite side, it is going to be divided. So x is equal to 700 upon 20. 1 0 will be cancelled. 2 1s are 2. 2 3s are 6. 1 will remain. 2 5s are 10. So the x is equal to 35. So we have to put the value of x into the assumption. The weight of zinc is equal to 7x gram. So if you want to find out the weight of zinc, then we have to put the value of x. It means 35 into the equation. So 7x, it means multiplication symbol in between these two coefficient and numbers. So 7 into 35, the answer will be 240 gram. Let's write the answer in words. The weight of the zinc in a bronze utensil is 245 gram. If you want, you can take out the screenshot and write it systematically in your classwork notebook. Now students, let's see the question number 4. Find 3 consecutive whole numbers whose sum is more than 45 but less than 54. It means the addition of 3 consecutive, it means continuous whole numbers, addition will be between 45 to 54. Did you got it? So let's find it. Now students, as we know that the 3 whole numbers are the consecutive numbers, it means they are the serial numbers. So the difference between the consecutive whole numbers is 1 only. So let the 3 consecutive whole numbers will be x is the first number. The second number will be x plus 1 because difference in between two numbers will be 1. So first number will be x, second number will be x plus 1 and the third number will be x plus 2. Got it students? Now students, according to the another hint which is given into the question, that is the addition of these 3 numbers will be between 45 to 54. It means it will be the more than 45 and less than 54. So we can create the equation. The addition of this 3 number x plus second number x plus 1 plus third number x plus 2. The addition of these 3 numbers will be more than 45. Is it right? Like that way we can prepare the equation. So let's solve this equation. This first x, second x and third x. Addition of this 3x will be 3x plus 1 and 2. The addition of these two numbers will be 3. 1 plus 2, 3 is greater than 45. Now this plus 3 is here. While going to the opposite side, it will become minus. So 3x greater than this 45 minus 3. Therefore, 3x greater than 42. 45 minus 3, the answer will be 42. Now this 3 is multiplying to the x. So we will send it to the opposite side and divide it. Therefore, x greater than 42 divided by 3. The answer will be x will be greater than 14. 3 ones are 3. 3 ones are 3. 1 will be there. 3 fours are 12. So the answer will be 14. Now students, from this calculation we can come to the conclusion, that is the smallest number from these 3 consecutive numbers will be next to the 14 only. It will never be 14. Now, which will be the greatest number, that we can find out by creating the another equation. That is the addition of these 3 numbers, x plus 1 plus x plus 2. The addition, it will be less than 54. So that we can write it like this way. It will be more than 45. That's why we have used the symbol of greater than here. And here it is less than 54. So let's solve this equation also. Again x plus x plus x. So 3x plus this 3 less than 54. This plus 3 we can send it to the opposite side. Therefore, 3x less than 54 minus 3. Therefore, 3x less than 51. This 3 is going to be sent to the opposite side for division process. Therefore, x less than 51 upon 3. Here let's do the calculation. 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3, 2 will be there, number will be 21. So 3 sevens are 24. Therefore the answer will be x is less than 17. Now students, with the help of this two calculation, let's find out the actual three consecutive whole numbers. So here the x is greater than 14. It means the number should be more than 14. So just take the next number of 14, that will be the 15. So here x is equal to 15. If the x is 15, then second consecutive whole number will be x plus 1. It means 15 plus 1. So the number will be 16. The third consecutive whole number will be x plus 2. It means 15 plus 2. So the number will be 17. Similarly, on the basis of this equation, we can find out the three consecutive whole numbers. So x is equal to, x is less than 17. So less than 17, it means one of the numbers should be less than 17. So the previous number of 17 will be 16. So therefore x is equal to 16. X plus 1, it means 16 plus 1. So the number will be 17. And x plus 2 is the third consecutive whole number. So 16 plus 2, the number will be 18. Got it, students? So on the basis of this two equation, we can find out this three consecutive group of three consecutive numbers, that will be 15, 16, 17 or 16, 17, 18. So let's write the answer in words. That is, the three consecutive whole numbers are 15, 16, 17 like this way, or it might be 16, 17, 18. That we have to write in words. So this is the whole answer of the question number 4, which is little bit different. So if you want, you can take out the screenshot and write it systematically in your classwork notebook. Now students, let's see one more different sum from the practice set number 12.2, that is sixth one. Please concentrate over the question. Some tickets of 200 rupees and some of rupees 100 of a drama in a theatre were sold. It means few tickets of 200 rupees and few tickets of 100 rupees were sold in the theatre. The number of tickets of rupees 200 sold was 20 more than the number of tickets of the 100. It means if the 100 rupees tickets were sold of 100 or 50, then 20 tickets of 200 rupees were sold more than the 100. So the total amount received by the theatre by selling the ticket was 37,000. So find the number of 100 rupee tickets which were sold into the theatre. Let's see the answer. Now students, in the solution, here we have to find at first the number of ticket of 100 which were sold into the theatre. So that we have to assume at first. So let the number of 100 rupees tickets sold be is x. So let's assume it as a x first of all. Then let's write what is given into the answer, that is the number of tickets of rupees 200 sold was 20 more than the number of tickets of rupees 100 sold. That we have to write systematically into the answer at first, and then after that, therefore the number of rupees 200 tickets sold is x plus 20. As we assume that tickets of 100 rupees is x and the 200 rupees tickets which were sold 20 more than 100, that's why the 200 rupee tickets figure will be x plus 20. Now students, let's see the another information which is given into the question, that is the amount received by the sale of ticket is 100x. It means 100 rupees tickets plus 200 rupees tickets, and this amount is 37,000. So this information we have to form, or we have to conclude into the equation. So let's prepare the equation. Before that, the question may come in your mind that why we have written here 100x and plus 200 into bracket x plus 20, because x is the number of the 100 rupees tickets. That's why 100 multiplication with the x, so it will become 100x. And 200 rupees, its number is x plus 20 that we have written into the bracket. So it will be 200 multiplied with x plus 20. That's why we have written 100x plus 200 into bracket x plus 20. Therefore 100x, it means 100 rupees tickets, plus 200 and x will be x plus 20 into the bracket is equal to 37,000. This is the equation which we have created due to the information given into the question. So let's solve the equation. Now students, for reducing this equation into the smaller form, we have to divide each one term with the 100. If we'll divide with the 100, this one will be the 100 and this one will be the 100. Then what will happen? 100 ones are 100, 100 ones are 100, it will be cancelled, only x is remain. In the second term, this 0 will be cancelled, which is just outside of the bracket. So only 2 will be remain, and from this side, this 0 will be cancelled, this 0 and this 0 will be cancelled. So what will remain? That is 370. Let's see it. Got it, students? So what is remaining? That we are going to write x plus 2 into bracket x plus 20 is equal to 370. Now students, here we have to write the reason into bracket, that is dividing both the sides by the 100 only. Then we got this type of the solution. Now let's solve the bracket at first. This 2 is going to multiply to the whole bracket. This x will be as it is, 2 into x, the answer will be 2x, plus symbol will be as it is, 2 into 20, the answer will be 40, is equal to 370 will be as it is. Now students, this 1x, this x is not having number, it means here will be 1. So this 1 plus 2, it means the answer will be 3x, and this plus 40 is, we are going to send it to the opposite side, so it will become minus 40. So 3x is equal to 370 minus 40. So the answer will be 3x is equal to 330. Now students, at last, that this 3 is going to multiply to left hand side, we will send it to the opposite side and it will become divide. So x is equal to 330 divided by 3. The answer will be x is equal to 110. It means that 100 rupees tickets which were sold into the theatre, that is 110. So let's write the answer into the word. The number of rupees 100 tickets sold were 110. Like that way we got the answer. So this is a total answer. If you want, you can take out a screenshot and write it systematically in your classwork notebook. So students, like this way our practice set number 12.2 is over. If you want, you can solve this extra questions in your rough notebook. So students, like this way we have finished our unit number 12, that was equations in one variable. I will come again with our next video for unit number 13. Here is time to note down your homework, that is to complete the practice set number 12.2 in your classwork notebook. Last but not least, update your classwork notebook, do the lots of practice. Take care, stay at home only.